don't know. In today's running world, picking a running shoe can be an intimidating task with all the options that there are. But today, I'm going to give you some tips on how to find that perfect shoe for you. If you're just getting started on your running journey, picking the right shoe is key. The right shoe can make all the difference in your comfort, performance, and most importantly, injury prevention. So you may be asking yourself, why do running shoes matter so much? Why can't I just run in my Air Force Ones? And the main reason, running shoes just look cooler. No, I'm just kidding. The real reason is when we run, our bodies go through an extreme amount of force each time we step, and we need the right shoe to absorb that impact. Take for instance this shoe right here, which is the Endorphin Speed 4 by Saucony. Look how thick this is and lightweight. This shoe feels like a feather in my hand. That's another thing. Normal shoes are pretty heavy, so you don't want to be running in a shoe that weighs like 2 pounds. In short, choosing the right shoe will make you run longer with less risk of injury and feel more comfortable while doing it. However, before we even start to look at shoes, we should know what type of foot we have. And what I mean by that is the type of arch. Usually most people will categorize within 3: flat foot, high arch, or neutral. So this is a little fun test you can even do yourself at home. So what you're gonna do is wet your foot and then step on a piece of paper. If you see a large imprint with minimal arch space, you're probably flat-footed. If you see a moderate imprint with a visible arch, you probably have a neutral arch. And of course, if you have very little contact on the paper, you most likely have high arches. That's pretty much me. As you can see, I have a pretty high arch. Knowing your arch type is going to help you pick the right shoe that supports your natural movements when you're running. If you think you're going to be very serious into running, I would highly recommend before you start running, you go to a facility where they basically will take video of you walking and running and correct your mistakes before you even start. Because trust me, even with the best shoes, if you are not running properly, you will get injured and then you're going to give up on running before you even have a chance to enjoy it. But there's also a lot of YouTube videos online that are very helpful if you don't want to spend the money for that, because it can be a little expensive. All right, let's talk types of shoes now. There's so many types these days. There's carbon plated shoes, there's max cushion shoes, there's trail shoes. That in mind, it's up to you to decide what kind of running are you going to do. Are you going to run on the road for most of your training? Are you going to do a lot of trails? Is this shoe for a race? Are you trying to hit a PB? All these things are going to factor in on what kind of shoe you end up going with. I'm going to bring out my Sauconys again. This shoe is good for running faster paces, but anything in my easy zone, and they kind of don't give me that return I'm looking for. So instead, I would go for something with more cushion. Unfortunately, I don't have my Clifton 9s with me, but the Clifton 9s are a great example of a shoe with a lot of cushion. They're not the best at running faster, but for those long runs, those mid to long runs, they're a great shoe. These are another example of a max cushion shoe. And honestly, these shoes aren't as soft as I thought they were going to be when I first got them. So make sure you try your shoes on, give it a little jog, and then decide. If you are a beginner, which I assume most people watching this are, do not buy a carbon plated shoe. They're not comfortable. They're meant to make you run as fast as you can with as much comfort as they can put in a shoe, which is not much. Also, they're not very durable. They don't last as long as daily trainers. Next up is the fit of your shoe. You want to make sure the fit of your shoe is right. When you are running, your foot is going to swell up ever so slightly. So getting shoes that fit perfectly is not the right idea. Ideally, you want a shoe where you can place your thumb here and have some wiggle room. Like your toe should not be hitting the top of the toe box, because like I said, when you are running for longer periods of time, your feet will swell up just a little bit. So make sure you have a little bit of wiggle room in there and you should be all good. Make sure your shoes snug around your midfoot, but you're also able to wiggle your toes around. That's a good sign that you picked the shoe size perfect for you. Now, as nice as all these things with these running shoes are, Let's face it, running shoes are becoming more and more expensive with each drop. I remember when I could buy a pair of Nike running shoes for $90. These same entry-level Nike shoes these days are like $120 to $130. Now, while you don't need the most expensive pairs of running shoes, I highly recommend you invest in some with good quality. I like to think of it as investing in my health. When it comes down to buying new shoes, I make sure that they're not going to get me injured, because it sucks to get injured. You have to stop running for weeks on end, and it's just nice to prevent all that. So make sure when you're looking for shoes, you could definitely find some good ones in the mid-range without breaking the bank. Just make sure you're not sacrificing quality because you want to save a little bit. Some personal brands I recommend personally: Saucony, Brooks, Asics. Asics are slept on, y'all. I'm saying Asics are slept on. And sometimes Hoka. I think it depends on the Hoka shoe, honestly. Again, make sure you try all these shoes and they fit good for you. Everyone's foot is different. Everyone has different needs and want for a running shoe. Now, one great thing about this and everything I said in this video is that there are tons of stores out there, great stores like Fleet Feet, local running stores that have amazing people that can help you pick the perfect shoe for you. I highly recommend going to a Fleet Feet because they have the technology to scan your foot, and basically they have high-tech devices that will calculate all that for you. And then usually the employee there will bring out like 3 or 4 pairs of shoes that you can try on that should fit you perfectly. And one last thing I'll say is keep an open mind. I remember when I went to get my first shoes, I was like hooked that I had to get Hokas. Like, it had to be Hokas because I wanted Hokas so bad. And honestly, I probably shouldn't have gotten the Hokas. They weren't good for my feet, but I ended up getting them because I like the color of them. Simply, I like the color of the shoe. That's why. So don't be like, I have this character who I call Bikel. Don't be Bikel, okay? Let me show you what Bikel does.
Hi guys, do you sell blue shoes? I'm looking for specifically blue shoes. I don't care which shoes they are, they just have to be blue.
So yeah, be open-minded to the brand that might get recommended to you. It may not be the brand you like. That's it, we made it to the end. That's everything you need to know to get started to picking your first running shoe. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe if it was any help to you. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.